Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a continuing of part 2. This is another late night for me doing the video. I also like working with my plants at night just so that I can manage if I do have a pest problem, I'm able to actually see them a lot better, especially some of the pests don't do much moving during the day. I notice if I do have any pests at night, but other than me just like planting, this is what I do. So for part 2 of this video, as I said, I was going to reroot these in water, which again are my philodendron Macaulay's finale, I think. Prince of Orange and philodendron red or red philodendron upright. But I'm also going to do, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 cuttings just to propagate in water, just to see what they do. So let's get started here. As you can see, she's in a pretty big, nice sized pot. Oh, as you can see, the leaves are pretty big. I have big hands and they are barely covering them up. But something had happened to her. I think she caught rust or maybe some kind of fungal infection, but she started to drop leaves and they were infected with something, and I'm not sure if that was the cause for her to stop growing, but I do want to, like I said, have my aeroids in spag, and while I was thinking of tackling this tonight, I figured that why not get her a pole to stick on, or the piece of wood that I'm going to stick them on to grow up. The leaves are already big, but why not bigger, huh? So I'm going to, that's also the reason that I'm going to reroot them in water so that they'll be well adjusted when I go and get some more of those pieces of wood, because I'm currently out, and the ones that I use for my other plants, they're a lot smaller, even though the stem itself would fit on that slab of wood. I'm thinking about putting them together and then just using one slab of wood, but I'm not sure as of yet. But as the video go on, something might change and I might cut it all up and start over, who knows. But as of now, I do want to get them out and the roots cleaned. Of course, my bucket of water here, and this will be the little container of water that they will be housed in until I get my pole to actually put them in, or attached it to, rather. So let's get started here. Let's get you back down. Oh. So as I said in one of my other previous videos, that down in the front there is a begonia withering coochie, or wither coochie, or however you pronounce it, that apparently got hit with whatever it was infected with, or not only that, but like I said, my eldest dog, which you can't see, he's laying down here up under my foot. He ate a good part of these off, and luckily he didn't get sick, but he threw them up. And it was shocking because he's never eaten a plant for anything. Now, the youngest one, when he was a puppy, if we had any kind of wooded plants, let's just say he took a whack at them. But my eldest dog, he didn't or hasn't until then. So I'm going to try and save her as well. From the feel of the stems, I'm not sure if something had to happen with the root system because it feels and even looks like, I don't know if you can see that, but it even feels and looks like it had dehydrated itself at some point. But anyway, let's keep moving. But I have my container that I'm going to put in, of course, filled with spag. Hopefully I can save her. I'm going to do a video on her and you will see why I would like to save her. And she was doing so good. Like, you can't see it now, but the roots, boy, she had spread pretty far compared to when I know the size I put her in. So we're gonna shake most of this off and see how much damage has been done to her. Okay. As I said, towards the root ball and even towards the center base of the plant, something happened. Not sure, but it's very dry. I mean, it hasn't got to the point where it's crinkled dry, and I'm pretty sure that's crispy dry. And I'm pretty sure that's just because it was under dirt. But I'm gonna do a little bit more investigating before I just give up on it and toss her. But I have a few nodes here. Hopefully I can save her. Once I do the video on, once I do the video on this plant and maybe 5 or 6 others, you'll understand why I want to keep it, keep her alive. So, let's grab my box over here. Okay. This is a piece here. And they're all just, oh, we got that. They are crispy. Oh. Nope, that one's gone. Oh. This one's. Looks like the only things left from these are little nubs. The rest seem to have dried out, but you see from what wasn't a sort of extensive root system, it was doing pretty good at one point. Now when I put her inside that pot, I don't have any, but she was only in I think they're 2-inch pots, the real small ones, and she didn't have as much roots as she had when I put her in, but from when I pulled her out, I could tell that she was pretty good, and also watching her grow, I knew that she was doing good. Hopefully I can insert the picture or a video on this one to show you exactly how how gorgeous this pot was before whatever decided to almost wipe it out. But this is all that's left from them. I don't know if you guys can see these here. This is all that is left. And hopefully I can get her growing again with this method. They aren't hard to come by. They once were. I found a nice size pot of these at another Ace in the city over in Perry. It was a nice big size, maybe 10-inch pot. It could have been an 8-inch pot. Hanging basket. It was full, and it was probably $19-20. I didn't get it at the time only because I didn't have anywhere to actually house her so that she would be heavy and that be happy. And actually, that was a lot of plant, and I would have had to sell, trade, or give away a lot of those, and it would have messed up the gorgeousness of that plant, because you can just imagine a blow up volleyball shape, but that entire shape is full of those begonias, and it was just too pretty to try to cut up. So I didn't get it, but I'm pretty sure I could find it again if need be, but hopefully I can get this to grow, and I don't need any of that. So once I get these in here set, there we go. I'm going to sprinkle a little water down on here. It was already previously moist, but let's just amp it up a little bit more. I'm going to keep this off until I get done with this, just so it can air out a little bit. I mean, there's no excess water or anything, but I do like to let them air out some before closing them up. So let's stick this to the side here. Wow, it's my tea. It's really wonderful. So the next one here, we have my Prince of Orange, which has a pretty nice tug to her. So whatever happened to her, it was definitely oh yeah. Whatever happened to her, it was just cosmetic. So let's see, I didn't really want to disturb the root ball as much, but I have to. Oh guys, you know what? I usually always check these, but this seemed to be one that I didn't check. Make sure when you get a plant to go in the inside and check your root system. Usually because they always tend to use some kind of starter kit on your plant. And this one here, it still has its casing. Let's see, can you see this? There we go. It still has its casing around it, which is of course biodegradable, but it's still pretty tight, and you can also see where the roots are coming from. So, that's not too good, but what I'm going to do is get my spray. You guys can see some of the rust spots. On that, let's see, can you see that? There we go. And I'm just not sure what has happened, but yeah, this is what I'm here for. So of course, I'm gonna get my spray, and I'm not sure if I should cleaner than spray it. I mean, spray it and then clean the roots, or clean the roots and then. Doesn't matter. So let's do this here. I'm gonna clean these roots off. Let's pull this over here. So should let it soak and work on the others, but something telling me that wouldn't be a good idea. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, so after cleaning this off some, so I'm trying to make sure I get as much dirt off, soil off, or medium, however you want to pronounce it, or call it better. Trying to make sure I get it all off, so that there's no extra interference when it comes to root development, as in mold or fungus or any kind of pest that may have been on here at one point, or even any kind of pest that's like decaying plant matter or root matter. Basically, no kind of enticement. Okay, so after, let's see, here we go. So now, this is what I'm left to work with, which is still pretty good. I'm going to clean these leaves and just let them stay. This new growth here might not make it, but this is what I have left of my Prince of Orange philodendron. Now we're going to spray it out. Okay, and then now, as I said, they will be housed in here until I feel that they are ready to be put in some spag and go from there. But hopefully everything will be okay. Let's push this out of the way. Okay, now let's get to the big ones. Now my original one would be the first one rather, would be this red philodendron. I found the Macaulay's finale maybe a month, no, longer than that, probably 2 or 3 months, 3 to 4 months down the road. So this little one here, well, not so little, but let's get some of this dirt off. Show you guys what I'm working with. One thing I hate about this part is that, let's move this over so you can see. There we go. Is that when you're taking the dirt loose from your root ball, you are disturbing some of your roots, which I hate, but there's really no other choice. Alright guys, sorry about that. Battery went dead. But as I was saying before it cut off, the one thing that I don't too much like about taking my plants out of their home is just the simple fact of disturbing the roots. But here is the Macaulay finale's root system. Some of it has been damaged, but some of it is still in pretty good tact. So I'm gonna stick her back down here in the water. Alright then, so with this big guy here, which this might be the Macaulay's finale. Still not quite sure about it. Maybe someone can let me know. Down in the comment section. But again, looking at this one, I can tell that was something went wrong with the root system here. Let's get this guy washed up so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, this here. I wish I would have caught this problem way beforehand, but I don't know. It just looked like they were doing so good, and I'm having hit it pretty hard. Okay, this here. Okay, I got most of the soil off here. Let's see, okay, so. Okay, here we go. So, this is the root system. As you can see, again, not so extensive. Something went wrong, as I said, and this is what root system I was left with. But of course, I do have the right facing side, flat side for the pole that I want to use. And of course, this will be the front side. And I have to get rid of this dead leaf. But I'm cleaning her up now. And there we go. And this is one nice plant. Like I said, the leaves are pretty big. And once I get a little bit more roots from her, I will be sticking her on a pole as well and watching her grow. Just wonderful. Of course, we're gonna get her and put her down in here. There we go. Let's make like a bouquet. Here it is. Wonderful. Take it down like that. And this is what we are working with. Keep a lookout for my next video on these guys here. I'm going to do an update. Of course, another what's poppin' video. Let you guys, so you can see exactly how good they are doing or how worse they turned out. But let's hope how good they are doing. And then once they have gotten to a stable stage to transplant, well, I want a little bit more roots, I will put her in this bag, and then also I'll make a video on, of course, potting her and attaching her to the pole. But this has been another awesome day with you guys. Late night for me. I'm kind of tired now, but thanks again for coming back and watching my videos. There are a lot more to come. I still have a couple more things that I need to definitely get repotted and get that done and out of the way. But again, thank you guys for coming and watching my channel and supporting me. Please come back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you guys later.